What is the history of the Emancipation Proclamation? Have you ever wondered how a single document could change the course of a nation? The Emancipation Proclamation is one such document. Issued on January 1, 1863, by President Abraham Lincoln, it marked a significant moment in the American Civil War and the fight against slavery. This executive order declared that all enslaved people in the Confederate States shall be thenceforward, and forever free. However, it did not free every enslaved person in the United States. Instead, it specifically targeted those in states that had seceded from the Union. To understand the Emancipation Proclamation, we need to look back at the early days of the Civil War. Initially, Lincoln's main goal was to preserve the Union. He did not set out to abolish slavery right away. As the war progressed, the issue of slavery became more central to the conflict. Lincoln realized that weakening the Confederacy's labor force could help the Union's war efforts. He also faced growing pressure from abolitionists and from enslaved people who were escaping to Union lines. A key moment leading up to the proclamation was the Battle of Antietam in September 1862. While the battle did not result in a clear victory for the Union, it allowed Lincoln to act. After the battle, he announced the preliminary Emancipation Proclamation. This warning stated that if the Confederate States did not return to the Union by January 1, 1863, their enslaved population would be declared free. When the Confederacy did not comply, Lincoln issued the final Emancipation Proclamation on January 1, 1863. He framed it as a military measure, using his authority as commander-in-chief. The order applied only to areas still in rebellion, leaving border states loyal to the Union and parts of the Confederacy already under Union control exempt. The effectiveness of the Emancipation Proclamation depended on Union military success. Freedom for enslaved people would only be realized as Union forces advanced into Confederate territory. The proclamation had practical effects, allowing black men to enlist in the Union Army and Navy. By the end of the war, nearly 200,000 black soldiers and sailors had served, fighting for their own freedom and that of others. The Emancipation Proclamation also shifted the moral and political character of the war. It transformed the conflict into a fight for freedom as well as for the Union. From the perspective of the American Civil War, this document was both a strategic and symbolic act. It weakened the Confederacy by threatening its economic and social foundation while rallying support for the Union cause. While the Emancipation Proclamation did not end slavery everywhere, it set the stage for the eventual passage of the 13th Amendment, which abolished slavery throughout the United States. The history of the Emancipation Proclamation is closely tied to the course of the Civil War. It emerged from a mix of military necessity, political pressure, and the actions of enslaved people seeking their own liberation. Its issuance marked a shift in the war's meaning and helped ensure that the conflict would lead to the end of slavery in America.